your friend said to you, "I'm so tired, I'm basically a zombie," you probably wouldn't be too worried they were going to eat your brains, right? You'd know they weren't being literal or saying exactly what they meant. They'd be speaking figuratively in a more imaginative way. Figurative language is when we use words to communicate something other than their actual concrete meaning, to compare, explain, or emphasize things in a more memorable, creative way. So your friend, the zombie, was using figurative language to let you know how sluggish they were. Let's look at some other examples of figurative language. If someone said, "My dog is like a tornado," they'd be using a type of figurative language called a simile to compare their dog to a natural disaster, which would help us understand that their dog creates big messes in a short amount of time. Another example of figurative language would be, "She's a real bear when she gets hungry." This type of figurative language, a metaphor, compares two things without using like or as. And yet you still know that this person doesn't grow hair all over their body and go catch salmon out of a river when she needs to eat. But comparing her to a wild animal who's known for being mean shows that she gets really grumpy when she's hungry. Sometimes you might not be sure when a statement is figurative, especially when you're reading fantasy. Take this example. Whenever I left that office, I would expand and get bigger and bigger until I was ready to explode like a bomb. In some alternate worlds, a character literally could be expanding, but the author uses the word like in the comparison. That's a signal that it's a simile. So, the author is describing someone who feels like they're going to explode because they're super angry after leaving a place where they couldn't express that anger. I can almost feel it too, based on the description. I can even see it, a person breaking apart violently into a million pieces. That's a big reason why authors use figurative language, to help readers see and feel things in interesting ways that really stick out. The next time you notice figurative language, think about what the author's trying to communicate, and what would have been lost if they'd chosen a more straightforward way of expressing things.